What's going on, guys? I got a pretty cool Christmas gift. Thanks, Mom. Half wooden balls, as I call them. This is beach. Aren't they beautiful? So smooth. The diameter is 11.5 centimeters, which means that I can get my hand around these pretty comfortably, which means that we can create pretty cool boulders, I think. Slopey, side pulls, underclings, maybe even, of course, pinches. The thumb will be very active on these kind of holds, I believe. Usually you see these on campus boards in climbing gyms where it's not so steep, maybe 10-15 degrees overhanging or something like that. The big question is, are they holdable on a 43 degrees overhang like I have it here in the back? This is the purpose of this video, to find that out. The plan is to prepare one of these guys, mount it with screw-ons on these holes, and then we're gonna test it. We're trying to create some problems, maybe some single moves. It's also gonna be very interesting on how they feel with chalk, actually, because now they feel super smooth, and I have no chance to hold them even like this. No, of course I can hold them like this, but I think you get the point here. It's gonna be interesting to see whether these are actually possible for me, a sissy like me, to climb on, So I'd say, let's get it done.
The reason why I mounted only one of these guys first is because I had a very hard time estimating how holdable they would be on a 43 degree overhang like this. I have 5 more, 6 in total. As you can see, these are the spots where they should supposedly go onto the wall. But yeah, I had a very hard time, and I thought, okay, when I am completely unable to hang or even make a move on one of these guys, I might have to rasp an edge or sand an edge onto the other guys before I actually mount them, so that they become a little bit easier to hold. But as you can see, I did a couple of hangs and a couple of single moves onto the one that I mounted, and that was already quite promising.
Alright, I think it's pretty safe to say that these are actually holdable. Chalk makes all the difference, man. Chalk and being warmed up, Did a couple of hangs on these guys, and already during the hanging with chalk I could feel, they're getting a lot better, The more they get broken in with chalk, so to say, the better they get. So I already created a pretty cool boulder with it. I think it is roughly 7B/plus or something. So maybe we can get that one done as well.
This is the testing problem, so to speak. Double undercling start to a first pinch with right, where you have to actually sort your fingers in pretty properly. Right foot up, left foot up, and pretty heinous drop knee, which I already featured in another boulder. And then grabbing this ball here, turning the drop knee around, and big move to the top. And it turns actually out that this move to the top is what makes the crux for this problem. And it actually leads me to, grading the problem actually more like 7B+/C, which is something around V9, I think. The challenge here is you're jumping essentially from a sloper to another sloper, which is the top edge of this wall. As you know, it's kind of a 45 or almost 45 degree sloper, a 43 degree sloper, so to speak, because the wall is 43 degrees overhanging. And jumping from a sloper to a sloper like that is quite hard, because you get this swing, from the wall, swing away from the wall. And it turns out that I was only able to climb the problem by avoiding the swing altogether, by leaving my feet on those two starting holds. So this gave me the green light, so to speak, to mount also the rest of the hemispheres, as you can see in this beautiful pattern. It's of course very tempting to create a boulder like this, only involving the half spheres. As you can also see, I defined 2 footholds to that, one to the right and one to the left. At first I tried it without these footholds, but let me tell you, it was just completely impossible. So as you can imagine, you can also climb this boulder symmetrically, which makes it very interesting as well from a training standpoint. Super hard, even with those footholds, very actively to hold obviously these hemispheres. I let you make a guess on how hard this problem turned out in the end, and this is actually the easier version for me that I'm showing here. The other version, going with the left hand first, going with the right hand first, I mean, to the middle sphere, is actually harder for me. So yeah, some interesting projects coming at us here with these hemispheres. It's gonna be amazing, I have the feeling. Drop a like if you got something from the episode. Let me know what you think down below, that's always appreciated, and I'll see you soon in the next one, guys. Bye.